Hey there, and welcome to another episode of VIVEBITES. I'm Yu-kai Chou from HTC, and today we're going to talk about how to implement core drive loss and avoidance into VR. So loss and avoidance is the 8th core drive in the Octalysis Framework for gamification, and it's very straightforward. It's how do you add experiences where there's a little bit of punishment, there's a little bit of fear, there's a little bit of loss, and there's some consequence to things. And so we actually know this is one of the highest implementations within VR gaming right now. If you look at the VR gaming world, you'll know that what's the most popular VR type of games genres. You know, there's some of the Beat Saber stuff, but there's a whole lot of games that are about zombies, right? A lot of zombie games. And why is that? Because when you play horror games in on a computer screen, on your TV screen, it's a little bit scary, but it's fake. It's in a little box in front of you. But when you are playing a horror game in VR, whoa, that's serious. You're in this creepy, dark environment. You hear the sounds around you. You see the zombies walk closely towards you, and then you have to interact. You have to shoot them. You have to run away from them. That full sense of fear, but that thrilling feeling feels so real, and that puts up your adrenaline, and you have to almost react to survive. And by the way, if you ever wondered why zombie is the biggest example for horror, it's because zombies are slow. They build up tension. If you have vampires, but most vampires are very powerful, right? You see the vampire moves so quickly next to you, they kill you. So it's like, you don't even have time to be afraid and you're dead. But with a zombie, most zombies move very slowly. So you see one and you're like, scary, but it's pretty easy, right? You just dodge, run away, and you see two and you interact with it. And it only becomes a threat when more and more and more zombies show up from every angle, every direction, and you suddenly feel more and more overwhelmed until you're overtaken, right? And so the zombie experience lets you experience that feeling of loss and avoidance for much, much longer. It builds up before you actually lose. And because of that, zombie games have been the most popular genres in VR, and also, of course, in movies. A lot of zombie movies are definitely more in the horror theme than, let's say, vampires, for this very reason. But in other applications, like using VR for business, when we do something wrong, it can immediately show us something from like, ding, that's wrong. If you want to do it this way, there's all these kind of feedback mechanics that can give you a sense of consequence. Gives you something is red, which means you're not doing well. Something's green, you're doing well, right? So loss and avoidance can still be implemented well in the VR environment. Anyway, that is the last core drive in the Octalysis framework for gamification. And so that concludes this series for our VIVEBITES on gamification. This is Yu-kai Chou, signing off.